Hello everyone, it's Donna Price again at Dallas Design Supply. I welcome you today, and we're going to be talking about a few organic pieces of birch and things and what you can do with the birch that we carry at Dallas Design Supply. They're usually in sheets like such, and they are taken directly off of the white birch tree, and sometimes you can even peel it back and do smaller layers. I want to show you how to do that. And the several pieces that we have, I think we have 4 or 5 different sizes. This particular one can be cut and woven into a grapevine wreath, which is beautiful. I'm going to be cutting some of these for you today and showing you what all you can do with it. This is our newest one that we got in. It's probably like a foot by foot, and it's very sturdy. I actually cut out this heart from one of them, just like so. I did this one a free-form heart, but you would probably want to cut a little pattern out of a paper first to do it. But they're so versatile, and you can actually put 2 together and make a little wall pocket out of that. There's so many different things you can do with it. Just let your mind go crazy with it. I want to show you some of the things I've created with birch. And I love the organic feel of the birch. This one little bunny that I'm showing you here is one that I carved out of styrofoam last night, and I covered with the little strips of birch. I did pull it into several different plies of the birch, and I attached it with hot glue. Some other projects that I did, I love this little wall pocket. It is actually made out of one piece of the birch that we have, and I just cut it into 2 little heart, one little heart and one other. And then what I do is I glue a little piece of the birch between them to give it a little stability. So on this particular one, I probably will do some really cute bows on either side. Do some really cute little bows or something on either side here. And if you'll see at the back, I just put a flat piece, which made it jut out a little bit. And you can put a little bow, you can string it up with a little bow. I think there's so many different things you can do with this. I can actually see it for a wedding, for pew markers and things. You could cut it down to a smaller size and use it for flower girls. The little seam right here, you can put little rose petals on it. You could put all different types of little things. I like to put moss on mine, but if you don't want to go quite that organic, you can put little rose petals on there. So it's just an idea for you to use. Some of the other things I've cut out, I go crazy with birch, y'all, but I love the birch, and this is just like a little heart with a little key, and I even carved a little keyhole into the heart. So that's one little thing you can do with hearts. Another one is I cut little splits into the heart itself, and you'll see that. And then I just cut a little arrow out of the little piece of the birch, and it's so cute to work with. I mean, it's just, you can do so many things for weddings or any time of the year. You can cut little eggs out. You can cut little bunnies out. There's so many different things you can cut out of that. This is a little heart that I had that I just cut 2 of them, and I really just glued them together on the sides, and I put a little bit of bark wire. If you're not familiar with bark wire, it's actually a wire that's covered with paper to make it look like a piece of bark. And you can actually open this up a little bit, put some little candies in it, you can put some little flowers in it. It'd be great for a little favor, for a party. Any type of party or wedding it would be great for. As you can see, you can make them any size you want. The birch is really inexpensive to use, and I want to show you one thing. Here is a picture frame that I made, and it's a very inexpensive picture frame. And there again, I've used the bark wire. I've just used little pieces of leftover birch that I had left over from cutting the little thing. And these are little discs that I cut, some of the little birch branches that we had. I cut them into little discs. And to this, all I added was a little bit of reindeer moss and a few little dried flowers. And you can get flowers anywhere and put on it. You could actually add little hearts to this to make it for a special occasion. You could add little bunnies to it. You could add just about anything to this. In the fall of the year, you could add some little pieces of corn, all different types of things. But you have this all year round if you like that organic feel. And it has become very popular with everyone, and I really do like that. Another little thing I'll show you is one of the little birch limbs that we have. And what I had my husband do was cut a slice in it. Great for table settings and for place cards. I also took a little piece of the bark and made a cute little napkin ring to go with it. So it's really cute. There's so many different things you can do. This particular one, I cut a larger piece of the branch. Actually, it was a trunk of a tree. And I just glued a little bit of a bird nest in there. And the way you can do something special for this is just take these little hearts I cut out of little scraps. These were made out of little scraps. And I'm using a little bit of a twine in keeping with the organic feel of this. And you can actually just have those hanging on the tree. And they do make a really nice little hanging. You can hang it all over. You can put candles, votive candles that's covered with the birch, wrap the birch around that. It makes a cute little table setting. So do all different types of little hearts in it. Things like this. It'd be cute, cute, cute. The next thing I want to show you is the birch on a wreath. Now these particular pieces were just some pieces that I cut out randomly. I pulled that off. And of course they're flatter than this, and a lot of people will try to wet these and to make them bend at will. I don't find that I've ever had to do that. I usually just sort of manipulate the wood. See, as I'm doing this, it'll even curl even a little bit more. But you can make any type of leaf that you want. On this particular tree, I made them more pointed because it's more of a pine tree type thing. But on this one, you can do this in a heart-shaped form. If you do a heart shape, always start at the center and go this way with this one and this way with this one, with this side. But what I do is if you're using styrofoam, or any type of wreath for that matter, other than the grapevine, I always wrap it with some type of tactile material. On this particular one, I just wrapped a little burlap ribbon around it. You can use muslin. You can use any type of material that has a little tooth to it. And all I do is take a little bit of glue, and you end up with a cute little, really architectural type piece of organic wreath. And you can do whatever you want. You can make it on any particular type of form that you want, or any kind of shape that you want. I have two different types of wreaths here I wanted to show you. These are some little cording that we got in at Dallas Design, and they look so organic to me. So I put some birch between them, and then I just wrap the cording around it. And it's sort of like a rope cording, but it turns out really great to use it as that organic feel if you're looking for that. I put some little silk tallow berries with this. I even have a little bird on a little branch right here. And the natural cotton of the bow turned out really pretty. And of course I use a lot of little branches and glued little tallow berries on it. So it gives it an organic feel. It has a design to it. And another one that I did was I took the wreath and I wrapped the whole wreath, and this was a straw wreath that I used. And I wrapped it with the burlap. And then I came back with this really unusual wool wiring, and it's actually wire with wool wrapped around it. It's very, very shabby chic, and I love that feel. We have this gorgeous ribbon that has the lace already attached. And these are a few little burlap roses that I made up to go with it. And this is some of the new Craig Bachman sheer fabric that we have. If you're not familiar with Craig Bachman, we carry that here at Dallas Design Supply. And this is the new sheer one. If you're familiar with Deco Mesh, they also make that, and we carry a large supply of the Deco Mesh. So you can use this particular one for a shabby chic look if you want. I hope I've helped you today. I hope you'll tune in to our webpage for more demos that I'll be doing. I enjoy so much helping y'all and sharing what I've learned over the years with you. And thank you for joining me today. Bye-bye, y'all.